Bucs won the Super Bowl last night. We'll talk more about the Bucs and the Chiefs in Super Bowl 55. I'll have my leftovers from the game a little bit later on in the show. But I do want to mention this right now. I talked last night about the Bucs and how if they're able to considerably maximize what they have and hold on to a few of the very important free agents, what's going to stop them from getting back here again? I didn't quite realize just how many of these guys they had. You know, I was only thinking about the obvious ones. You know, Chris Godwin and Shaq Barrett, you know, in particular were the two that really came to mind, and Lavonte David. Those were the three specifically that front of my mind. We all know Shaq Barrett's on a franchise tag, so we know he's going to be a free agent. I've been talking about Chris Godwin all season long because we need a wide receiver number 2. He's one of the best in the league as a Robin. We need a Robin in Washington. So knew he was a free agent. And obviously, Lavonte David, another position that we could use help at as a linebacker. And although don't really know how old Lavonte is, feels like Lavante's getting up there in age though. Boy, he looked good last night though. Let's look him up real quick. Feel like Lavante's got to be pushing 30, man. 28, 29. Maybe he's going to be 30 by the time next year rolls around. Let's just find out for shits and giggles. Feels like he's a lifetimer in Tampa, though. Feels like he's a guy. He's 31 years old. I know I wasn't tripping. Lavante's been in Tampa forever. Like, if anybody deserved that chip, it was Lavonte David, okay? Or as a wise woman once told me, forever. So, I don't know if he's going to get big bucks. And I don't even think he wants to leave Tampa Bay, to be honest. They should figure something out. But I said all of that to say this. They've got quite a few notable free agents that they want back. And I know they want to be back, but money talks and everything else walks. Now, there are a couple of guys on this list that I think might actually take less to come back and be a part of this thing. Just a one-year deal, maybe. You know, we'll see. But Chris Godwin is a guy that I've heard rumors that they want to find a way to agree to a long-term deal on, and I see them getting that done. I don't see them allowing Chris Godwin to walk. Lavonte David is interesting because he's already been paid in Tampa Bay once. Are they going to pay him again? He's still playing at a really high level. If they don't pay him, somebody else will. Even at 31 years old, somebody else will pay him. That's an interesting one. Shaq Barrett, he's gone. They're not going to be able to afford him, and he won a Super Bowl already with Denver. So it's not like he was chasing after a ring and he's like, oh my God, I want to be a part of something special. He's like, no, I really want to get paid. He didn't get paid in Denver. He didn't get paid here in Tampa. He wants to get broken off, and he's going to get broken off. And if Tampa can't do it, he should be interested in This is his last big contract. It's his first, and it'll be his last. He's got to maximize it. He can't waste time trying to stay in Tampa to chase another ring when he's already got 2 now. 1 in Denver and now 1 in Tampa. He's going to chase the big payday, and he should. He won't be back in Tampa. I don't think there's any way that he'll be back. Rob Gronkowski is interesting because he talked about being a free agent for the first time in his career. Yeah, air quotes. He's not a free agent. He's not leaving Tom Brady. The man retired because he felt like he couldn't play with Tom Brady. He said, if I can't play with Brady, I'm not playing with anybody else. He's not going anywhere. He only came back because of Tom Brady. You think he's going to leave him? He just won a Super Bowl with him? That's his guy? He's not going anywhere. He'll sign a 1-year deal to come back to Tampa. Same with Antonio Brown, I feel like. Everybody else in the league quit on him, gave up on him. Arians and Brady gave him a chance. I don't see him going anywhere else. I don't see anybody else taking a risk on this guy either. This seems like home for him until it's no longer home, or at least until Brady's gone. Maybe once Brady's gone, he's gone. But a 1-year deal for Antonio Brown to come back makes a ton of sense for me. It feels like the last dance, maybe. You know, we'll see, but I don't see Antonio Brown going anywhere either. Leonard Fournette is interesting. He wants to be back in Tampa. I know they would probably love to have him back, especially playoff Leonard. You know, I don't know if they'll get to some kind of agreement. He's still a young guy. But we'll find out what's more important than Leonard here with this free agency period. Is he more concerned with trying to maximize his value? Because he doesn't have many years left. You know, regular season Leonard looked really ordinary, like extra ordinary. But playoff Leonard, or as a wise man used to say, old playoff Leonard, looked a lot different. Old playoff Leonard is a beast. If I'm Leonard Fournette, got my Super Bowl, he claimed he's never played with a real quarterback before, so playing with Brady was like football heaven for him. Football nirvana. Does he want to leave that? Maybe he doesn't. Whatever the case may be, he's got a decision to make. Bucs aren't going to look to pay him a ton of money, I can assure him that. If he's willing to take less to stay in Tampa, knock your socks out. And Ndamukong Suh has always been a hired gun, especially late in his career. He goes wherever the money is. He just won a Super Bowl ring. He's feeling good, but he also stayed in Tampa, not because of the Super Bowl ring. He stayed in Tampa because they were willing to pay him what he was looking to get. If somebody else, because it seems like Suh's been on a constant diet of one-year deals the last 4 or 5 years, and he's been jumping from squad to squad. It seemed like at the end of that Miami contract, he was just like, yo, I'm a hired gun, man. You think you can win a Super Bowl? Come and get me. I'm still playing at a high level. I'm low maintenance. I don't say anything off the field. I don't do anything crazy. I'm here if you need me. It's going to cost you around $10, $11 million, but I'm here. Holla at your boy. I don't know if he's coming back to Tampa or not. They got enough stuff inside that they could allow him to walk. But he's been impactful for them. But again, if somebody else comes calling and says, hey, Suh, we got a 1-year, $12 million deal, he's gone. There's nothing else to talk about. He'll sign that and he'll move on. So we'll see what happens with Ndamukong Suh. But, I mean, that's a lot of guys for a Super Bowl team. And we see this every time a Super Bowl is won. And that's why it was so interesting last year when the Chiefs won. Nobody really plucked anything of note off of their team. Like, all their stuff came back, essentially. Usually when a team wins the Super Bowl, it's feast or famine, man. They see your roster and it looks like food and people start reaching and grabbing off parts and taking a big bite out of it. I could see the Bucs losing 2 or 3 of these dudes. And they're impactful in their own right. But I could also see Gronk and Brown and the Devontae David all coming back and maybe taking a little bit less to come back. And then I can see Chris Godwin getting extended out to a long-term deal. So we'll see what happens with that situation.
LouieTeeNetwork.